Live. There we go.
What's going on, everybody? It is Sunday night, and got some shitty news going on in Bakersfield, Mike.
Any news?
So not only this Thursday did we have
Oh man,
intoxicated driver run over some people over at our
parade.
parade, Christmas parade. I mean, come on, man! We're trying to just enjoy themselves at Christmas parade. You're gonna run over people? That's ridiculous. You know. Apparently, there were shots fired at Christmas tree lot in Southwest Bakersfield
When did that happen?
a little while ago.
Oh my goodness, I did not know about that one.
Oh,
Wow, I don't even know what to say. Honestly, this is not Christmas spirit, people. This is not a good idea. It's not
that's
a way
crazy.
to behave. Um, I mean, the good news is that no one was killed at the parade. I will say
Right.
that, but 3 people were injured. I believe two of them serious enough they were in serious condition.
Two in
And
serious condition. Yep.
yeah, but I mean the magic number would be none. Nobody ran over at your parade. That would be
Right.
wonderful. And the part that made me very upset though, that they continued the parade afterwards. They rescheduled
Yeah.
for like half an hour or something.
Yeah, they went and found a alternate route and then continued with the parade, which was quite an interesting choice, man.
That's a bad choice. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go with bad choice on that one. Tim, how you doing, brother? I'm not in. I love parades. Sure, it's great. It's a great time. But someone got hurt, and that's it's not bueno. Multiple
Mm.
people cancel the damn parade at
Like,
that
I
point.
wonder what they were thinking. Like, oh well, shoot, we gotta take rush these people to the hospital, but parade doesn't start for another half an hour. Why don't we just find a different route?
That's that one. Smoking today. Yeah, let's get some nicer stuff right here. I am having the Villa Castagli. Boom, right there. In the trompetta size. I believe it's a trompetta. Basically a what's the word I'm looking for? Um,
Pyramide.
Pyramida, yeah. But either way, closed foot deliciousness from a very nice company that I enjoy what they're bringing out. So if you have not have Castagli cigars yet, maybe hit them up. Rich, how you doing? No hello to Frankie though. You be quiet, Frankie. Terrible. I am doing terrible. The believe that's what Rich is referring to as far as football goes. I am losing tremendously. I guess it's an okay week to do that because
Yeah, it was the last week of the season.
yeah, or not Garrett McGill.
However, though, knowing that Rich is watching, and we played each other today, I will say I think I'm still up quite a bit. He had a tough time. His quarterback went down early in the game, and so that's always a big blow. Quarterbacks always bringing quite a few points. So um, I will say though, now that I reflect on the season and the bad season that I have had, uh, it does bring in the question that Peter picked third, yet he was supposed to pick sixth.
Okay.
He and his father, or stepfather, um, mixed up places when we were all doing
Oh,
the
the
draft
signing
because
in,
we had
yeah.
to re-sign in and get a new league going because it was messed up. So that being said, and I will mention this to Rich and you, Miguel, is that I think Peter should be docked 100 points per spot that he moved illegally.
You got 300 points taken off of this.
Four, because three, four, five, six.
Oh, so not only the spot he should have been in, but the spot that he currently
Correct.
in. What?
Yeah, I mean it's only fair.
That's not even enough points to put you ahead of him. I
Yeah,
don't
it
think.
is.
I think it's
It's exactly the number of points I need.
that's not gonna happen.
So that's what I vote for. I hope I will get um
Your recompense.
more support through the league itself. Um, if I don't, then we know who they voted for. Simple as that.
Yeah, sure. That's how it should be. I'll do 50 point. I think or 50 a
No, that's
spot.
not enough.
That's fair.
Not
That's
enough.
very fair. It's tough but fair.
Almost done with the sharing here. Almost
Share
done.
away. I will say this is already starting off deliciously, guys. It is sweet. The beginning, it's like a honey sweet, which is a crazy note to talk about, I think, but I
Mm-hmm.
love it. A little tight. Again, it is a closed foot and it is a shaped cigar. As you can tell, it kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Tapers off um, from a I would say 54 54 to 56 to down to a 50. So that's doesn't sound like a big radical change, but it definitely there is change there.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are rolling something like that, obviously you need to make the end that gets smaller tighter, and that leads to a tighter draw. Once the tobacco heats up a bit, though, when I actually get into this, it will loosen up quite a bit, and there's not a big issue there. But for right now, it's a bit tighter than I would like it to be. I didn't give it a very deep cut, which I'm still not going to do. I'm not going to correct that because I feel like it's just enough. But we'll let it again warm up some more and allow the channels to kind of open up.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And you got Iron Smoking, the Ashton VSG. It's I forget the name of this one. A little club.
Call it the club.
Yeah, it's a fantastic shape actually. It's a lot of fun. This one. It's very interesting. It's got the again, it is kind of like a pyramid with the kind of bulbous bottom at the bottom, but then it has that little button point that you light first.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of
it's
those.
very interesting. I'm a fan of the way it's shaped. Some people are, some people aren't. I am.
Not so much. Not just of the VSG doing that, but a lot of them. And that one, there's some that are even more super tiny. It's oh gosh, I don't get it. I mean, it's aesthetically pleasing, but for smokability, it's super difficult.
I like it. I think they're fun.
Oh, nice. I just got one today.
Nice.
I'm just not. Yeah, the little nipple to your cigar is not what I'm looking for. Right.
That's what I like.
Well, most people do. I understand. I'm not gonna tell people they're wrong. I'm just gonna say I might be right.
So I was thinking over this past week, like, for people buying Christmas presents for people that are cigar smokers, what are some things that you buy them? Will you buy cigars and keep them beautified until Christmas time? Or what are some other good ideas, good options you can think to tell people or to suggest to people that they can buy that are on a budget? Maybe you don't want to spend too much. You don't want to spend like $100 on a lighter or a cutter or something. But what's something more reasonable you guys have thought of that you can get a cigar smoker? And at times like this, I'm trying to think of stuff that maybe they don't have as a cigar smoker. You know, um, maybe they don't have a correction tool, and you want to get them one of the draw tools. Um, maybe they're a golfer and they don't have a golf clip yet. You can get it to clip onto your golf cart. You can set your cigar on it while you take your shot and come back to it.
It's nice to have those.
It is nice to have those. What else? A nub tool perhaps. What are some of the things that you guys have thought for cigar smokers that maybe they need that you have not thought of, or maybe you're thinking of to get them, again, without breaking the bank, of course. You don't want to spend $100 on something, blow your whole budget.
That is a good point. Hey, Richard, checking in from the future. Hope you're doing well. Did you have a look? Oh no, I did not have a look. Guard 28. Let's put that on screen too. You guys want to check that out? I will get to it though, brother. Thank you for reminding me.
Definitely.
I was when you were saying that. That's a really good point too. Something that maybe they don't already have too, because even if you get the nice lighter, they might already have a go-to lighter or cutter for that matter.
Yep.
It's always hard to shop for people, especially when the accessories are, let's face it, they do the same purpose. Like lighter's gonna light. This lighter is going to light the cigar, same as this one. They just do it in slightly different ways. It's nice to have both of these because one's a soft flame, obviously one's a jets. But at the end of the day, if someone uses their jets only or their soft flame only, I'm going to use that lighter. So what do you get them? In my mind, I went ridiculous and funny and make a little tiny fun. So if they have a cigar that they like that's in a tube, first of all, you gotta have to make sure that's in a tubo that can stay humidified on its own. So you're looking at the glass tubes with the wax, the metal tubes with their sealed. Buy a nice cutter or amazing ashtray. An ashtray is always a good one. I think you can never have too many ashtrays.
That is true.
Good call, Richard. I'm thinking of a small box and a case of emergency box. So you get them like a tiny one shot of their favorite whiskey or something close, the cigar in there, a pack of matches, maybe from a place you guys both like, and a tiny little the smaller the better. If you might have to find someone who makes it, like a tiny little ashtray and a little glass cover over that. And obviously they probably shouldn't break it because it's tiny. It's gonna get all over their cigar and their bottle of whiskey. but I think that'd be hilarious. Keep like on your desk or something in case of emergency stash.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bad day, so boom, got that. And it's more of a gag gift, obviously. It's not practical. No one's gonna have Tiny Hammer to break that. But I think that would be a funny little thing to have. That's more of an Etsy idea, though. Someone on there, I bet you could make it really nice. Someone who's good with woodworking, maybe, or some glass cutting skills on that. I think that would be a funny, not too crazy of a gift.
Yeah, I like that idea. That is good. That is good. Yeah, a personal ashtray would be another good one. Again, you go to the cigarashtray.com and find one kind of like the one that we have here. This is a single or a double cigar rest ashtray with our logo in it and Miguel's name on it. There's definitely lots of options. You can get one. He has a new one out. It's a single cigar holder with the glass holder as well, so it's a nice one as well.
He's got the almost like keychain size ones. That would be perfect for my idea. Padron Tubo Davidoff. See, there you go, right there. Plus, most smokers have a separate lighter and cutter, but one of those combo devices. They cut light draws and usually get one for about 50. That's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
You can get one of those tools that really does like almost. It's almost a Swiss Army knife of cigar stuff, and it's nice to have, especially a lighter where it's got that little bottom piece. It's got the punch on it.
Mm-hmm.
Usually the only time I use a punch.
Right.
Just because it's there, and I do lose stuff a lot. I gotta not take too much nice stuff out in the world because then it will not come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so these are some great ideas, you guys. And I like them all. Maybe something else is some coffee. If they're coffee drinkers and they like cigars, get something along that realm. A new mug that has the cigars on it, or I have the socks that have cigars on them.
That's true. Yeah, those are good. Those are very good. Good for taking out on a night on the town. Yeah. The multi-tool is much better for that because you have less likelihood. I would expect at least not to lose a piece of that because it's all connected.
And it's nice to have less things in your pocket.
Oh, so yeah.
Yeah.
I that's why I rarely carry a travel case. I don't like holding it. I don't have usually a pocket where it'll fit in. It's just not my style. But then I usually smoke a couple of cigars, and when we go to a place that doesn't sell but allows you to smoke, that can be an issue.
Yeah, for the most part, when I'm in Vegas and I'm walking down, Fremont, cigars are in my front pocket, or that's about it. Because I do not carry a case with me. I'm gonna get a little inebriated, I might, and forget where I put it and lose it, and I don't want to lose any of my cases. So
when you gave it to some dude one time.
One time I actually gave one away. That's right. We were what were we? Tropicana, Flamingo.
Tropicana or Flamingo? I cannot remember.
I can't remember for the life of me. We had never been inside, and we were having drinks. We're like, hey, let's go have a drink in there. So we have a drink in there, and sure enough, there was a couple there, for a wedding.
Yeah, the wedding was the next day. They flew in early.
Yeah,
they were getting drunk.
They were getting tore up, so we decided to join them, and we started talking. And I brought out the cigars, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I've always wanted to get a case like that." I was like, "Here." I took my cigars out and I gave it to him, and yeah, that was really cool.
That was a good day. That was a lot of fun. Good bartender, really cool people. There was another dude there for something else, not even part of the wedding festivities, but just all in all, when you go to Vegas or any place like that, the more people you meet, the better.
Mm-hmm.
It's better to socialize. Don't be all closed off. I mean, I don't know if you're in Hoboken, it's not as big a deal. I don't know a place that you shouldn't talk to people. Talk to locals. Talk to those traveling because you're gonna hear other stories from other places.
Oh, absolutely.
Just talk to people once in a while.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah. You never know who you're gonna meet. I mean, it's pretty interesting people.
True. Another gift. If we're going back to the gifts, online right now on Prime, they have a couple of different cigar documentaries. I Havana's on there.
Oh, cool.
So if you want to send them something, like a code to get it instead of like a physical item, sometimes it's less clutter, and you still want to do something nice for them. And that's a cool thing. You have an option for them to watch a movie and then sit down whatever cigar they decide to smoke while they watch it. It's a very nice, like, hour-long document. I don't think it's anything longer than that. Maybe just a hair over. But if you get a chance, I want to say it's I Havana. I might be wrong.
I like the thought, though. I like that idea. That's something I never thought of.
Yeah. Although focus. This is more the filmmaker side of me, indie filmmaking. Try to buy your content physically, because there's been multiple cases now where certain streaming services and certain platforms that have a movie for sale lose the rights to it, and there's nothing they can really do to pass that on to you. Like, I think Sony something just lost the rights to certain um, cooking shows or something, and whoever bought them lost them. And I don't even know if they have to return the money to you at that point. I think it's the right situation. So you technically lose your content. Or if you're on Netflix and there's a movie you really like, or Netflix is the only one who has rights to whatever streaming show, Stranger Things, and they decide Stranger Things is not in your area anymore, you can't stream it anymore.
Weird.
There's all kinds of situations like that. I think you had to deal with that back in the day, didn't you, when you bought the Blu-ray code they used to give you? It was like a 3
Yeah, it
package.
was
Yeah.
for was it We're the Millers?
Sony PlayStation lost a lot of content. That's what it was. Thank you.
We're the Millers. I had purchased We're the Millers on Blu-ray. No, I think it's still DVD at the time. And you get a code for digital download, and then I did that, so it was on my phone. And then a couple years down the line later, I got an email from the company that did the digital download, and they were losing the rights or going out of business or something. And if I wanted to keep the movie, I had to go digitally download it somewhere else.
Yeah.
And by the time I looked at the email, it was already too late.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention to it.
So physical copies are the only way you really own it. Potential class action lawsuit, Eduardo. Yeah, potential, definitely. Going through with it on something like that, I don't know, because you're probably not going to get your money back. Although if it's like any of the other ones that were like Facebook had theirs, all you do is sign up, you put your information in. I don't know if they're going to have like proof that you purchased it, which I've never kept any information on my purchases for any movies I've downloaded or anything like that. There's not that many to begin with, because usually it's already on streaming. So like, I'm watching it. If I don't have it, I'll have it on DVD later anyway. So can you recall a time you had some kind of way to prove that you bought a movie on Amazon or something? Like, do you remember where your emails are? Or can you? Yeah, I wouldn't be able to find them. Maybe they're still in there somewhere. Well, I don't think it works, but yeah, honestly, yeah. If they can try, and Sony's willing to just throw out a little bit, they'll still go for it, because who's going to win is the lawyers. Whoever puts the class action together,
Yeah.
and then everyone else, like, oh, you got your share. Here's 7. How many movies did you buy on the PlayStation? About 35, 40? Well, here's 45 extra cents per. Boom. And it's never going to cover it. But
No.
that's again, it's just one of the pitfalls. And that's I do love the idea of like sending someone a gift like that, so you don't have to worry about like a physical product. But it's so much smarter in the long run to just own the actual hard copy of it. Books, music, movies. If you can have the hard copy. So I don't like the idea of everything going streaming for video games too. They're still charging you $60 minimum usually. I think that's like still the standard for a game. And they don't want to make a disc anymore. Like, well, what happened to your cost? I thought that's why you charge so much, because they have the physical items that they ship to all the stores. They do the launch parties, and they do the pre-release stuff for it, not just to give themselves more time. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that always made me wonder too why it's the same cost whether you get the digital copy or the physical copy. Like, I think there'd be like at least a $10 difference. You're not having to buy the cases and pay for the artwork to be done, the different inks, and have
shipping.
The discs printed out, and formatted, and shipped, and stocked.
And let's wait. It's not that expensive to buy that stuff, especially when you do it in bulk. Especially for huge companies. That's crazy. You pay the game for full price to download. It always takes half of it. Yeah, and then there's that step too. And then even if you you have the disc, they still want you to download it and have the disc in. So like, what's the point of download? What did I just do all this for? they're gonna get to the point where they're just gonna sell you a different system for each game, like they used to do. Like when you bought the old handhelds, it was just for football.
Oh, I
Or
love
it was
those
just
though.
they were cool, but would you want to do that for every game you own now?
No.
I don't even own that many games. I'm just being a complainer, honestly. But it still feels like it ain't a customer service
Right.
situation. They are like serving the platform more than the customer, if that makes any sense.
Is there any gaming platform that you miss?
Miss?
Mhm.
Not 100%. Probably the PlayStation 2, just because that's the one I played growing up. I had what games? There's Gauntlet Legends. Um, oh my gosh, there was a couple on there, and then N64 though, because you had the best South Park game. GoldenEye was awesome. Bomberman, I think, was on there. There's a couple others, and even so, oh gosh, no, there's a couple then because I missed Game Boy Advance then. Although the emulators online are really cool, it's not the same as having that thing, needing the glow light over it and all that. And I saved as much as I wanted back in the day,
Yeah.
and that thing was like 5 megabit save space on there, and now you need a terabyte. Uh, Sega. Oh man, Sega was good stuff though. There's nothing wrong with Sega.
For me, it's the PSP.
Really?
I loved the PSP.
Never
I
had that.
loved it. I loved the little mini disc that you would get and the movies that I could watch on it. Um, get on the internet on that thing.
Yeah.
I loved my PSP. I'm sad that I no longer kept it. Um, I'm sad that they didn't keep it going. You know, with how big the
Handhelds were.
the one that's out now, the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, the Switch.
They could have made it into like a Switch kind of a thing. But yeah, so I'm bummed. You know, I really love the PSP, and then the original Game Boy. I really liked a lot. I remember I got my first Game Boy uh, after I got snubbed for perfect attendance one year.
Yeah.
They said I would miss the day, and I was like, I don't miss school, you know.
Yeah.
And so mom's like, we know you got went every day, so we're gonna buy you a Game Boy. And I was like, oh, sweet.
no, the Game Boy was awesome. I don't know about the what was it called?
PSP.
PSP. I was not for me. The screen was cool and it was good for movies, but the only movie I remember having was like the Tooth Fairy or something
No,
because it was that kid from Seventh Heaven.
no, it was a scary movie.
Yeah, Tooth Fairy.
I thought it was
It's a
like
scary
Boogeyman or something.
Yeah, it's about the Tooth Fairy.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, it's terrible movie. He's a terrible actor, so it works. Um, yeah, I have to agree with the I don't think the PlayStation did as good a job with that. The Switch, the Wii, it integrates with the system and all
Well,
that.
it's newer, so yeah. I mean, if you would let PlayStation come up with a newer PSP that did the same stuff that the Switch did, then you would like, oh, that's cool too.
Oh,
But I mean, they stopped making the PSP for a reason. So.
No, they made a new one and it sucked.
Oh, it sucked. Okay.
Terrible. Called PS Suck.
Oh,
PSS.
PS sucked. Yes,
Yeah,
of course.
PSS.
Of course.
No, I have honestly no idea. I don't care for either one all that much. Honestly, I don't want to switch. I don't want handheld has gone away because you have your phones. Yeah, you got people playing so many frigging games, wasting so much money on phones.
Yeah.
I'm really glad they didn't have a microtransaction idea back then because, like you said, you can get on the internet, which means you could absolutely hook up a pay system on there.
Yep.
And there would have been half a dozen a day, probably, or an hour. Parents' credit cards just whoop,
absolutely. I mean, things. Yeah, that one's crazy to think about right there. That one is. But back to the topic, guys. We only got a few more minutes to go. I meant the Wii console system. Were you? Oh yeah.
Oh, you absolutely throw that at the TV. That's the whole idea. In fact, we just had to replace the TV, not for that particular reason, but something probably not even as more common. It's got to be more common. Because this could happen to anyone anytime. little brother gets scared and accidentally throws something. I forget what he threw at the TV. I think it was a bottle of
The
something.
bottle of the remote, one or the other.
Yeah, like putting shampoo away or something
Yeah.
after the grocery store or something, and just bam right in the corner. And then we hear the next day he went into to our mom's like, broke the TV. I'm sorry, broke it. That was fun.
That was kind of funny though.
But I love the compilations
Yeah.
of people destroying their TVs, whether on purpose or getting angry at the game.
Yep.
Why won't this thing calibrate? Bam, smash that shit.
And I have to say, I enjoyed the Wii for what it was. I never saw it as like a serious gaming console.
Yeah.
It was always just having a little fun, play a little bowling, a little boxing, a little baseball, tennis, whatever.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah.
Wii Sports was the only game I really played. Danny, how you doing?
What's up?
But so back to the main topic for tonight, guys. Inexpensive but thoughtful gifts you can get for someone who is a cigar smoker. And there was a lot of ones thrown out there that I really like. Again, I go back to your digital copies of or physical copies of movies that deal with cigars, like documentaries. I like that. Another one we didn't talk about. You could probably find someone expensive probably on Amazon or something, like movie posters or stuff with people who have cigars, like a Godfather poster or something.
Yeah,
probably find a couple of those inexpensive. Even maybe not have it framed, but get an inexpensive frame yourself and put it in.
that's not bad. That's not a bad idea. There's a company that you send them your poster, they'll send it where you want it after they frame it. It's gonna be a little more pricey, but then there's no chance of, for instance, like I'm afraid I would have it broken in the mail or something if you put a nice frame on there, or even like a decent one. Even I don't want it showing up with just shards of glass inside of there. I like the glass over the posters and whatnot, or any picture you get a frame.
Yeah.
And then for being lazy though, the ones that just slide on the bottom and top, a little piece of plastic, this way it holds it down and keeps it straight. Those are always cool too. But for this particular, I think you're thinking Christmas gift, like something nice for somebody. You gotta go glass. You gotta get glass on it.
Definitely. And the all-in-one cutter lighter stand combo, that's always nice. A nice personalized ashtray.
Yeah.
Also fits the bill.
Oh, snap.
Cool.
That's awesome. Damn, I have my phone out. It's dying on me.
There are some cigar themed shirts. The thing is, like a lot of the times I'll see some stuff on Instagram, t-shirt companies that have really cool designs, but I bought like 3 or 4 of them one time and the sizing was way off. Way off. And I wasn't gonna buy the shirts over or send them back. So I was like, I don't want to deal with it. And then I hear some companies that you send them the money and you never get anything back. So it's like, are these designs really worth it? So unless you physically are at that store and are buying them, or it's someone that you trust, I definitely wouldn't. But Work Hard Shirt Supply, I'd go through them. They do a good job. If they had more cigar shirts, they only have one.
Old School Clothing in town is really cool. Just check them out today. They're really close to the barbershop.
Yeah.
You got some cool stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, just make sure you guys are willing to take that chance of not receiving anything back. Because I did see some. Let me see what the name of the company is. I know I have it somewhere.
For what?
T-shirts. It is called. Keep talking. I'll find it.
Okay. Gosh dang it. Now I don't know what I was gonna say. Amazon, the only place besides an actual store website. Kohl's had some. Oh, Kohl's. I didn't even think about that. Just going to the big brands because they all have their websites now, and they're all a lot better than when Amazon was just starting out, and they were just kind of there for a show. Like, oh, we're on the internet too. I promise. The big boxes got to adapt, and they're doing a good job. They're, you find what you're looking for most of the time.
TeePublic.
TeePublic. I don't know that one.
They have a bunch of cool designs on there, even some including cigars. You can type in some keywords. I typed in cigar and woman and showed like a lot of beautiful women like drawn smoking cigars and stuff. But I saw the reviews and I was like, nah, I don't trust it.
You don't trust? I don't know. Because then you could, if you like, skip all that stuff and then where are you? I can do this real quick. I've been trying to get some more ridiculousness up,
Hmm.
and this was just, damn it, come on, make it work. This was just because I was screwing around with an AI program. Take that. If you guys want it, I'll send it to you. I'm not going to do anything with this one. I like it though. Take that, throw it on Vistaprint. Get rid of the background if you don't like it, or change the color. Boom, your own T-shirt. Boom. Throw that as a gift, and then that's $25, $30, I think, if you're Vistaprint. So it's maybe a little pricier, but it's a custom shirt no one else will have.
Yeah.
So there's an idea for you.
Hey, Tom. Yeah, we're definitely late. It's celebrated little brother's birthday yesterday, and today was help mom with decorating for Christmas because she's
Yeah.
super behind.
Have a good night, Daniel.
So yeah,
It was not planned like this. Yeah, I'm feeling it's been a long ass weekend. Baco, that is definitely a Baco gent right there.
you know what you should add?
What's up?
A B and a G as collar pins.
Right, right here.
Yeah.
Right here. Oh, you guys can't see, but I am. Well, maybe you can see that. I have no idea if you can tell. Right there, and maybe a tinier one on that side.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. This was honestly it was a template that they, or a prompt that I gave them, and they ran with it. So it's just an idea, and I'm gonna refine it some more, but not this one in particular. Just something similar.
I like it though. But
Nothing wrong with being on at this hour.
uh,
I'm glad. Yeah, glad you're here, Thomas. You are not late. Is us being super late. That's the problem. Again, long ass weekend. Just ridiculous. Glad to see you though.
Oh, Tom says either has a cold or COVID.
What is that? What that? Oh my gosh.
Honestly, I never went out with COVID, but I feel I had it at least like once or twice. I definitely had it when I was in Vegas.
That was before we knew what it was.
Yeah, like we had gone to Vegas with Peter, our buddy Peter, it was an overnight trip.
Yeah, we're just going back.
Going back for the day because he had was going back to school and he wanted to do something. So let's go to Vegas for the day. We'll spend the night, come right back. He's like, all right. And we had gone to Carmine's, we had gone to the 8 Lounge, we gone to a few lounges, and everything to me was tasting really, really bad. So when we were grabbing cigars, I wasn't grabbing anything expensive or anything like I haven't had before. I was grabbing stuff I already knew that I liked.
Just trying to hold on.
Just trying to smoke something. But it all tasted the same to me. It just tasted like acidic and nasty, and I was like, oh, whatever. And coming back now that I talked to people, like, oh yeah, I think I had COVID that time. But other than things tasting odd, I didn't have a cold. I didn't have a headache. I didn't have a fever. I wasn't weak or lacking of energy. So I guess it just hits everybody different.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There was a period a few months before everything got crazy where I had the flu, and I think that's what I think that must have been it. Honestly, it was bad, but it wasn't that bad, if that makes sense. But we had no idea what it was, or else I probably would have not gone places. I would have, been a little smarter about it. But it was real quick how everything happened, but I think it was a slow buildup that they weren't aware of. Nobody was. I mean, you can't really tell until more people start showing, and then all of a sudden they get, word, oh, there's a lot of people in this one particular area. Then all of a sudden everybody knows, and then you actually put a name to what you're feeling, and people knew.
Yeah, because the last TPE that they had before COVID, people were staying at the hotel right next to the convention center,
the Westgate.
And after TPE, most people that went there ended up having COVID, and they shut down that March. And that was that February.
You two glasses and a goatee for one, nice full beard for the other. Not a bad idea. I could make that. Maybe a bit different haircut because I'm not feeling this one too much. But whatever. Whatever. I'm down for that. The Bear's always been the thing for us, though. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. The Pariah cigar logo obviously is different, but for the Bakersfield Gentleman, something from California. And if you look at the bear on the flag, I think it's pretty awesome.
Perhaps a condor.
No, that doesn't fit. That doesn't work. I don't even know why we're the Condors here. There's no Condors in Bakersfield.
There they are.
The team.
At the calm.
No, there's not. There's no Condors there.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't fit them there.
There's 2 condors because they can't go release into the wild.
They're in Hanford.
No.
First of all, they have a huge atrium for them, like the size
These
of.
can't fly. These
Calm?
these are injured. One of the calm.
There's no Condors there. Look it up.
They try to flap their condor wings.
Anyway, I know they're there because we used to take rabbits for them to eat.
Why would you take rabbits for them to eat?
They had this disease where the teeth grew up instead of down, so there's no way to file them or correct them.
Oh, the condors don't have teeth, bro. But
Condors, the rabbits, jackass.
no jackrabbit.
Anyway, we have to put them down, or else they're going to slowly start to die and very painful.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't skull.
Into the skull.
Yeah,
Yeah, right through.
yeah.
So we put them down. That was me and my buddy Max. We had to put down a lot of rabbits.
Not put them down. Put them down, they escape and they get everywhere.
No. I poked them out. A few of those, you know.
Did you do the pellet gun?
Yeah. So I shot him. I left the gun. I took the cannolis, and
quick and painless.
I let rabbits loose from our dogs too. It's good meat for them, and you know what? Keeps them active because you know dogs hunt. It's a wolf. They kind of need it. So I don't want to say like, oh, feed all rabbits to dogs. I love rabbits.
You should make it fair that you should also give the rabbit a pellet gun.
The rabbit gets a small shiv. It's just they don't know how to use them because they don't have thumbs. Anyway,
you seen the rooster fights? I know.
Messed
They'll do little. They fix little knives to their talons.
Yeah,
That's
really
messed up, man.
razor blades. Someone was thinking way too much about that to design a little like.
Yeah.
It's not a holster. What's the word for it? Basically, a crude fix to attach a blade to them. It's messed up. But in the other, back to the rabbit. Yeah, you can feed a dog. Feed dogs feed rabbits to dogs.
Mm-hmm.
It's not pretty.
You could probably feed rabbit dogs. Also, they might not like it though.
Jeez. Anyway, the hell were we talking about? How did we get to the rabbits? Condors.
Condors.
How do we get to condors?
Bear.
Oh, bear, of course. Anyway, I'll work on that logo. I'll work on that. This is we've gone off the rails. This is
a little bit
so bad.
A little bit.
For those watching, I am smoking the Villa Castagli from Castagli Cigars. Frankie, you're having
the VSG from Ashton. Again, it was a really funky side, like a club with like a little nipple at the end.
Does anyone have the proper name for that? Because it's not club with nipple at the end. I know that much.
Nipple cigar.
Although maybe Ashton's got, you know, they're classy. They could have a Greek statue where there's a nipple out. It's fine. They could pull that off.
Mm-hmm.
Or that French Revolutionary lady holding the flag and the musket shooting someone, or the flintlock, I think. And she's got one nip out. That's fine. That's classy.
Now, did anybody catch the Professor show today? I'm gonna go back and watch it because they had Ed Reed on, former safety for the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, nice.
And unfortunately, I missed it because Facebook was telling me 11 a.m. So I thought 11 a.m. our time, and no, 11 a.m. their time.
No, it tells you for your time.
Yeah, and I realized no, it's telling me for my time. So I totally messed up. I totally messed up with that.
Yeah, that's on you because I'll give Facebook that. If we say, or if we put a group event out or a virtual event, and it's 7 o'clock our time for whatever reason, it'll show you your time proper, which is it's helpful. So thank you for Facebook for that. Of course, YouTube, Twitch, any of them will do that too. So
yeah, but I messed up, so I missed it. Unfortunately, I really wanted to watch it because I'm a big Ed Reed fan. I like to. When I played football in high school, I was on defense. I was a secondary, so seeing him on the show would have been really cool.
Enchantment size.
That's what I said. Nipple.
Thank you, Eduardo. I appreciate that. Enchantment size. Again, that goes back into my rants I do all the time of all these companies coming with whatever names they feel like. I never in a million years would have guessed Enchantment anything. That's on me though. Maybe there's
Thompson, what you saw, was it at least a good interview? Did he talk a lot at least? Because I really want to know. I want to watch it. But if he just sat there with yes and no answers, I'm not going to waste my time.
No, he played football on camera. He didn't. They didn't ask any questions. He just played football. It doesn't feel good, does it?
At least I was serious.
You were serious about any of it? That makes it even worse, I think. Pretty good. Okay, so definitely worth going back to check out. Nice.
Yeah, as soon as I saw they have him on it, I got excited. I really did.
Nothing wrong with that. We started the show off talking about Christmas gifts.
Christmas gift ideas, definitely.
Things maybe for cigar smokers that's not quite cigars, try to switch it up a little bit. Heck, somebody brought over a cigar themed stocking to a corner over there, and a plush decoration of old cigar boxes, which is pretty dang cool. I think maybe if we go back into that before we close up, we'll close up in just a little bit. The cigar clock, the cigar box clock.
Yes.
Haven't seen many of those lately. Oh, we used to have one behind us. I don't know what happened.
Well, we may have an Andalusian bull box. I dropped it.
Still have it though.
Yeah.
It just requires putting the pieces back in place. Not bad. Because for how cool they look, they're not that insane to make.
No.
Because you go to any of the hobby stores,
Hobby Lobby,
they have the pieces. You set it up correctly, set the time, and it's pretty much good to go.
I think it's usually one hole for the dial, and then I think you glue the battery pack to the back that connects to the dial, and runs it with the little rotors.
Yep.
The number, just adhesive for the numbers. You space those out evenly. And there you go.
Definitely agree. You used to have a cigar box guitar. Yes.
Those were gentlemen that used to make those here in town. Yeah.
That, and I want to make, I know it's probably, like, the ladies out there probably think it's cheesy or dumb, but your favorite whiskey bottle, make some lamps out of them. What do you call it? You can get some cool shades. And if you get the bigger ones, like, oh gosh, what would be a good size? It's off the top of my head, not like I would use this one, but the Jack Daniels like handle is big enough. I think it would be a nice stand for it. Put some LEDs to that, LED bulb for the top, or just like that. I think that'd be a cool one. The Kirkland vodka bottle, I think we got one over there, huge, and I think that would make a nice looking light, more for the man cave, I think, or maybe if you have like an office in your spot or your work office, maybe something like that. But I think that'd be a cool gift.
No,
that'd be something cool to make.
Definitely.
And just recycling a bottle basically and getting some lights. Which shoot, if I really look, there's probably several lights in my storage or in the garage that I could pull out and throw out there. Lorenzo, how you doing? Gotta run. No worry, Tom. We'll talk to you next time.
Yep.
Have a great night.
I'll feel better.
Yes, please.
Matter of fact, guys, we're gonna run too. We did go on quite a bit late. I apologize about that. Weekend right now is just super busy.
I think it's just this time of year.
Yeah, it's definitely this time of year.
I love talking to you guys.
Yeah. But we'll be on tomorrow. You guys, we're gonna be smoking Artista cigars tomorrow. Just to give you guys a quick heads up. We're gonna be smoking their newest cigars that they come out with. There's 2 of them, and we're gonna smoke them. Tell you what we think.
Show you all the rebranding and whatnot. It's beautiful. Great work. See you twice. Woo! So you guys have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Any other ideas that we might not have thought of, throw them in the comments just in case. Love to see your guys' ideas. I love it.
And a couple weeks left, you guys, until we unveil our top cigars of 2023.
Have a great night, guys.
See you guys.